We know what we are, we know what we are, champions of Europe, we know what we are. Say it again. Hello you lovely lot, welcome back to Football Therapy with me, yours Jan. I hope you're all doing well today, man. I really do hope that. Bienvenue, willkommen, namaste. What's going on? Welcome back to Chelsea News, the daily series here, of course, where I see what's being said around the rags about the Blues. I'll give you my opinion on that, but more importantly, yes, of course, I ask for yours, dear viewer. Today I'm going to be citing one article from football.london because they talk a lot about Chelsea. And yes, it's about Chelsea's main transfer target at the moment, or at least the one that's being talked about the most, and that is Achraf Hakimi of Inter Milan. Chelsea are reportedly going head-to-head with Paris Saint-Germain for the signing of the Moroccan right-back. Yet we're hearing conflicting things. An interesting read from this article today. Do get comfortable, subscribe if you're new. Hey, only if you want to. But if you choose to, please do hit that important bell notifications icon. Drop a like to show your sweet, sweet love to me. And make sure you go check out Football Yannick daily content on my other channel covering all the Euros games and all major stories from around the world of football. It really is loads of fun. I'm doing like a minimum 2 videos a day on that channel. So link in the description, go check it out and show your support and subscribe. Thank you for subscribing to my second channel. Alright then, let's get into it. Cool, Achraf Hakimi, the right wing-back extraordinaire, wanted by Chelsea Football Club and Paris Saint-Germain, and Inter are seemingly wanting to sell him to balance their books in a time of financial desperation, despite the fact they've just won the Scudetto away in Serie A. Now, Achraf Hakimi is a very young player, but he's very, very desirable. Chelsea have scouted him before, something I've spoken about here on Football Therapy, prior to them settling for their superstar Reece James at right back. But Thomas Tuchel is interested in Achraf Hakimi, and he is a super specialist in the right wing back position. Well, in fact, both wing backs. He played left wing back for Dortmund when he was on loan there, and he's playing right wing back for Inter Milan, and obviously he was a Real Madrid player prior to that, and he's so young still, so he's got so much pedigree, and he's just a really good footballer. Now, I won't spend loads of time going over the historical ideas of this transfer saga, but Thomas Tuchel reportedly really likes him. It's not a nonsense that Chelsea are going for a right wing back. It's something that journalists have spoken about who are close to the club. Matt Law said it weeks ago on the London is Blue podcast, which really at the time made me think surely not. But yes, it's true, Thomas Tuchel at Chelsea really does want a right-sided defender, and I don't think that speaks negatively on Reece James. I think he really likes Reece James, but Thomas Tuchel is a footballing genius. He's a nerd of the highest order when it comes to footballing tactics and all that kind of stuff. So us, mere mortals who just like the game have to give our, complete trust to Thomas Tuchel. I have no, fear that he's going to push Reece James out or not play him at all. And I have every faith in Thomas Tuchel that he can execute his tactical plans to take Chelsea to, I was about to say European glory. Hold on. We are currently the champions of Europe. We are the champions of Europe. I'll say it a few more times before the end of the video, I'm sure. Premier League title. Let's have one of those next. I trust Thomas Tuchel to bring Chelsea a Premier League title. I'm doing the attack. I've watched Italy recently, so I'm doing the gesture. Yeah, so give him the right wing back. Anyway, let's crack into this football.london article, take you through what's being said about transfer target Achraf Hakimi. Chelsea target Achraf Hakimi would prefer to seal a move to the French giants Paris Saint-Germain this summer, according to reports in France. And pause. We just started the article, but according to reports in France, he wants to join a French club. Ooh, I don't want to be too cynical, I can be sometimes with these news articles. But yeah. The Inter Milan ace, who has proven himself as one of the best right wing backs in European football in recent years, has been the subject of big money bids from both clubs in the past week or so. In fact, some might argue he's the best right wing back in the world. After PSG, who are managed by former Tottenham Hotspur coach Mauricio Pochettino, made their move with an opening offer of 56.1 million, the Blues, who will discover their Premier League fixture list for the next campaign tomorrow. Weird side point there. never mind, let's read on. Decided to match the bid, although the offer was not thought to be close enough to Inter's valuation. Yeah, so Chelsea didn't outbid PSG, they matched it. And then I guess at that point, Inter would go to the player, we've got two bids the same, neither are going higher, theoretically. Which club do you want to go to? It is believed that the Serie A title holders are holding out for somewhere around £66 million to consider the idea of selling the Moroccan star. However, according to a report by a French journalist in Ligue 1, expert Romain Collet-Gaudin, possibly the correct pronunciation, I'm not sure, as cited by The Express, Hakimi's, quote, preference is to join PSG and work alongside Pochettino, in turn snubbing a move to Stamford Bridge. Well, F you, mate. Like Chelsea, PSG are keen to add a new right-sided defender to their armoury this summer, with the club being heavily linked to Arsenal's Hector Bellerin in recent weeks and months. Not only Hector Bellerin, I think they've been linked to Serge Aurier again. However, Hakimi is believed to be Pochettino's top target as the Argentine looks to add a sense of attacking flair to the fullback positions. Interesting point though, are PSG playing a three-back system? Would Hakimi prefer to play as a wing-back rather than a fullback? Maybe I just get the feeling that a player would prefer to play wing-back than full-back because you have more license to attack and that's more exciting and that's more fun, surely. So, Chelsea more fun, PSG full-back. Am I clutching at straws here? Although Hakimi would favour a move to Paris over London, Chelsea are believed to remain heavily interested in the former Real Madrid and Borussia Dortmund ace, who only sealed a move to the San Siro last summer. Thomas Tuchel, the Blues boss, is a big admirer of Hakimi's and would like to add him to what is an already extremely talented squad in West London. But with the Blues tipped to splash the cash in the summer, the prospect of them increasing their offer to attempt to lure him to the Premier League should not be ruled out. Yeah, of course, this is really, really important as well. Chelsea could outbid Paris Saint-Germain and then, Inter would accept the Chelsea bid. But at the same time, the player has to accept the transfer. If Inter said to Achraf, look man, we've only got an acceptable offer from Chelsea and not PSG, you can either go or, you stay here another month, we sell someone else and whatever. He might be interested in the Chelsea move then. But PSG have got a bottomless wallet when it comes to money. Certainly if they find a way to give ridiculous wages, I think they might offer him the kind of wages that he goes, oh yes please, and Chelsea still have this wage structure that might see them limited in this case. But who knows, maybe Chelsea can still sell him the dream, sell him the project. And who knows, maybe this French report is absolutely nonsense and he does prefer Chelsea. But we'll have to see. But if Hakimi has his heart set on the move to the French capital and does not wish to join Chelsea, Tuchel will be forced to go back to the drawing board and assess his alternative options. Amongst the other right-sided players who could be considered as options to play wing-back, those who have been linked to a move to Stamford Bridge are Adama Traore of Wolverhampton Wanderers and Borussia Mönchengladbach's Jonas Hoffmann. I mean, if we're going to get different alternatives that aren't as good as Achraf Hakimi, honestly, I'm not interested. For me, it's, Reece James needs someone to be rotated with who's really good, and Reece James can also play right centre-back. Then you go in for a top-tier elite player like Hakimi. Personally, again, I fully trust Tuchel if he's got an idea. You've just got to back it. Now, with PSG, they're looking at alternatives in Aurier going back, and Hector Bellerin. To me, both those players are a million miles away off Achraf Hakimi, but at the same time, they've both been playing actual fullback. It's interesting. PSG spend a lot of money, so it makes you think if it's a bidding war, and if this report is to be believed, I do just see these reports like, oh, a French publication or a French journalist is talking about how he prefers to go to France. I don't know, but maybe he does have a link into the club, so I don't want to be too cynical in case it is true or the stories come from somewhere. It might be one of those cases of no smoke without fire, even though in journalism and in the media, sometimes there's just smoke. Often, there's just smoke. But again, I want to keep it open. It could be legit, or he could have said, I really like the idea of Paris, and it was misconstrued to, I only want to go to Paris. Do you know what I mean? But, you win constant domestic titles out there, you play with Mbappe and Neymar, you get paid a ridiculous amount of money. It's not bad, is it, ultimately? Still, we yet to see what happens. Let me know what you guys think. I want to put the question out to you guys. If we're to believe Chelsea truly need a right wing back to fulfill Thomas Tuchel's designs for next season, do you think there is an alternative from Achraf Hakimi, or do you think it's Hakimi or bust in many ways? Kind of like how I'm feeling at the moment. Comment down below your feelings on that story and situation. I'm interested in getting the common fan opinion when it comes to the right wing back position and desired targets for Chelsea Football Club and Thomas Tuchel. So comment down below. Thank you to all of you guys who's been commenting and engaging on Football Yannick. Daily content, 2 videos a day at the moment currently. Yeah, it's growing. I'm going to get hopefully 10k subscribers by the end of the summer or by the end of the Euros. That would be wicked. I'm like over 6,500 on there now. So we can do it together. Please click the link in the description and go check it out. And thank you to all of you again who supported the channel. Alright then, enjoy the football and I'll see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.